Again, like I said, whenever you trying something new, we have technical difficulties, but we're gonna work these bugs out. We're going to every time we do something new, we don't, for some reason or another, it don't always work right the first time. Show you what you need. Show you what you need to do. So, but we're good. Facebook Live and YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in today. I want to give all honor to the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and end of all life. My brothers and sisters in the ministry, thank you for your support. You, the waiting congregation, thank you for your support. To my lovely family, thank you for your support. And to my lovely wife, who is the Easter lily of my life, thank you for your support. I got one more sermon on coronavirus. Now, last week I said it was umpteen and one sermon. Well, this week it's one more sermon on coronavirus. But this one is centered around them opening up, going into phase 1 of reopening, whatever. Reopening. So that people can start feeling safe again. But there's still some anxieties there. There's still some anxiety. And so I got one more sermon.
Till next time.
Yes, until the next one. I got one more sermon. What to do when you don't know what to do, but something has to be done. What to do when you don't know what to do, but something has to be done. And my scripture is coming from 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings can be found in the Old Testament. If you're looking in the New Testament, you're looking in the wrong place. If you can't find it, look at your table of content and you will see 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 6. If you have a Bible, we're all getting on the same page. If you have an electronic device, we're all getting on the same screen. 2 Kings chapter 6, and I'll be reading from the NIV version this morning. 2 Kings chapter 6, starting at verse 8. Now the king of Aram was at war with Israel. After conferring with his officers, he said, I will set up my camp in such and such a place. The man of God sent word to the king of Israel, beware of passing that place, because the Arameans are going down there. So the king of Israel checked on the place indicated by the man of God. Time and again, Elisha warned the king so that he was on his guard in such places. This enraged the king of Aram. He summoned his officers and demanded of them, tell me, which of us is on the side of the king of Israel? None of us, my lord the king, said one of his officers. But Elisha, the prophet who is in Israel, tells the king of Israel the very word you speak in your bedroom. Go, find out where he is, the king ordered, so I can send men and capture him. The report came back, he is in Dothan. Then he sent horses and chariots and a strong force there. They went by night and surrounded the city. When the servant of the man of God got up and went out early the next morning, an army with horses and chariots had surrounded the city. Oh no, my lord, what shall we do? The servant asked. Don't be afraid, the prophet answered. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them. And Elijah prayed, open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see. Then the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. The servant says, "Oh no, my Lord, what shall we do?" What to do when you don't know what to do, but something has to be done. Well, he saw what the enemy had set up. He saw no way out. Surrounded. And he cried, "Oh no, my Lord, what shall we do?" And what I want you to get out of this is, Elisha didn't panic. Elijah probably took a look outside and went, okay, I see what you're saying. But Elijah said, "Don't be afraid. There's more with us than they are with them." Remember, Elisha's the man of God. He said, "Don't be afraid. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." And then Elijah prayed. Elijah prayed. He prayed a special prayer. He said, "Open the eyes of my servant. Open the eyes of my servant, so that he may see." Now, the servant saw with his physical eye, but he didn't see with the spiritual eye. So Elijah prayed. Elijah didn't pray to get rid of the king's army. Elijah prayed that, "Lord, open the servant's eyes so that he can see." And when the Lord opened his eye, opened his spiritual eye, the servant took another look outside, and what did he see? He saw chariots up on the hill surrounding them and Elisha. So he saw what Elijah knew. He saw what Elijah already knew. Elijah already knew that there's more with us than they are with them. So, when we look at the King James Version, the King James Version comes in with the word, "Alas, my master, how shall we do?" And the word "alas" is a word that, when we look at the word and we look at the definition, it is with grief, an expression of sorrow, grief. So the King James Version says, "Alas, my master." Grief, anxiety. NIV says, "Oh no, my Lord, oh no." Again, grief, sorrow, anxiety. What shall we do? Well, King said, Elisha, the man of God, said, "Fear not. Because there's more with us than they are with them." He didn't even bother to count. He said, whatever the enemy got, how many they send, we got more. How many they send, we got more. So the servant, being a servant, with grief and sorrow and anxiety. Because when he looked out and he saw the enemy's army, he felt defeated. So he cried to the master, "What shall we do?" Master, we got to do something. The enemy is all around. They got to do something. We got to do something. So Elisha said, "Don't be afraid. There's more with us than there are with them." But then Elisha did something that we all should do in times of trouble. Is he prayed. But he didn't pray to get rid of the king's army. He prayed so that his servant can see what he sees. So that his servant won't be afraid. See, because Elijah wasn't afraid. He didn't care. Because he already knew that there's more with us than they are with them. Well, how many did they send? It doesn't matter how many they send. It doesn't matter how many enemies we got. There's more with us than they are with them. So Elisha prayed. And what we should do in this time of trouble is pray that God will open our eyes so we can see that there's more with us than there are with them. So I brought that up to talk about the anxieties that people feel today, especially with them opening up these states and cities and counties and state and whatever. People are still skeptical. People's anxieties are still high. So, I got one more sermon on the coronavirus. And I'm going to go through some anxieties today of what it is when this thing opens up. When people walk outside, when they open the door, that anxiety is going to hit. What shall we do? What shall we do? What to do when you don't know what to do, but something has to be done. So I want you to see where I'm going to tie this in. Let's say that they got it open up on Monday, tomorrow. The governor of Florida said on May 4th, not 4th, but 4th. Okay? For y'all to understand, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, May 4th, that he's going to open it up, limited. Now, the first anxiety is my health. What shall I do? The disease is still here. What shall I do? The disease is still here. You want me to come outside? Because the disease is new, nobody really knows how to prevent it. So we still have an anxiety about it. So when you look outside and you see the enemy, my God, Jesus, what shall we do? What shall we do? We pray that he opens our eyes so we can see. That's what we do. The next anxiety. Don't y'all go out there! Coronavirus out there! Don't be fooled! You worry about the health of your loved ones. You're looking at your children, your mom and your daddy, your brothers and sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. What shall we do? Jesus and the virus is still out there. They want to open this place up. What shall we do? We pray that he open our eyes so that we can see that there's more with us than there are with them. The health of our loved ones, especially our elderly parents. Especially our elderly parents. The next anxiety, loss of income or job. Jesus, they open it back up, but I ain't got no job. What am I to do? Jesus, what shall we do? We don't have a job. They're opening it back up. I don't have a job to go to. What shall we do? We pray that he opened our eyes so that we could see that there's more with us than with them, even with your job loss. And I know here in Florida there's a big thing about getting your unemployment benefits and all of the, and the system is all of that. Don't worry about that. I mean, know it's hard to say when you ain't got no funds to pay your bills. But don't forget about Jesus. Jesus said he'd never leave you nor forsake you. And if you, as I say, if you were tithing in your church, you wouldn't be worried at this point. Because you know God's going to take care of you. He said when you pay your tithes to the store, I may meet in my house. He said, prove me now. Here's the time to prove God. Here's the time to prove him. He said, test me. See if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. You ain't got room enough to receive it. Now's the time to test God. Trust him now. I know you can't trust him when you're looking in your pocket and you got dust and the bill is due. But he said, trust him. And I guarantee you, when you trust him, you're going to have a testimony to tell that I didn't have a job, no income, and my bills still got paid. I still got food. So, the anxiety with the job loss, Master, what shall we do? We pray that they open their eyes so that they can see. The next anxiety. How is the country going to look economically after this? Are there going to be jobs? Are the non-essential people still going to have a job? Because if you were deemed non-essential, guess what happens when he opens up? You still going to be what? Non-essential. And when it opens fully back up, you still going to be what? Non-essential. So, Master, what shall we do when the future does not look good for me? What shall we do? We pray to open up their eyes so that they can see that there's more with us than they are with them. The next anxiety. You open up, you say that we go, but we can't go to church. We can't gather and worship. Jesus, what shall we do? They don't want us to worship. They don't want us to pray together. What shall we do? We pray and God would open our eyes so that we could see. Now I know that I'm online now and a lot of churches are online. You say, but it's not the same. No, it's not. It's the new normal now. It's the new normal. That gathering in prayer. Now you can, as long as it's not in but groups of no more than 10. So now we institute small groups. That's what they did. And when they were being persecuted, they met in small groups. In fact, when they came across people that they wanted to spread, that they had this urging to spread the gospel, they would draw half a fish. And then if the other person finished the fish, then they knew they were Christians and they could talk. That's where the little fish sign comes from. So they would come and draw. Let me see, can I do my fish? Whatever. And then you would come along, complete the fish, and I know we could talk. But if I drew the line, drew the fish, had the fish, and you didn't finish it, then I know then that we couldn't talk. These were signs that they were doing all the time. So now we meet in small groups. We meet in small groups. But you ask, Master, what shall we do? What do I do about prayer? What do I do about worship? Small groups. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. But don't let the anxiety stop you from worshiping. And I know worshiping online and seeing me is different. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be different. Because if you tune it in online, then you after the gospel. Because you could be doing other things. But if you tune in online, if you can see me now, I know that you're searching for the gospel. And you found it. Search no more. Church on Wheels spoken word out of Orange City, Florida. Search no more. But what shall we do when we cannot pray together? The next anxiety, loss of our freedoms. What we thought was freedom, we can't do it no more. Master, when I look up, I don't see no more freedoms I had. What shall we do? You can't go to the grocery store no more like you used to. Now they got arrows in there telling you how to shop. And when I was going to get that curtain, trust me, I went there and I went, oh! I can't go down this aisle this way, I gotta go down the next aisle. I knew normal.
Most people don't follow those signs anyhow.
Yeah, I know. But I was doing it, kind of facetiously, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I moved out of the way, this lady went right down the aisle like that. I was like, now look at here. But hey, We lost our freedoms. You can't go to the park. Can't go fishing. Can't go on the golf course. All kind of things. Loss of freedoms that we thought we had. Master, what shall we do when I look outside and I don't see any of my freedoms? What shall we do? Next, anxiety. And we know this is it. Social chaos. When I open the door and I look out, do I really want to go back out there? Do I really want to go back out there? Because I'm going to tell you right now, some people are not coming back to church. Some people are not going back to the social activities. They're not going back. So Master, in all this social chaos, Master, what shall we do in this chaotic life? What shall we do? We pray that you open our eyes so we can see that they're more with us than they are with them. Next, anxiety. School system. They got my kid online, he ain't learning that. Well, he ain't been learning it all before, but anyway, he ain't learning nothing. She ain't learning nothing. They're not going back to school. My child will have to stay back in grade. There's an education shortfall. Master, what shall we do about our children's education? What shall we do? What shall we do? My child, they say I need some water. I guess I need some water. Thank you. Thank you. I need some water. Oh, yeah. What shall we do? What do we do about our children's education? I mean, technically speaking, the whole country school system now is on Zoom. It's on Zoom. The whole, everybody, well, let me back that up. I know Sumner County, Volusia County is on Zoom. Yes. And I noticed that Zoom is making a lot of money right now. They're making a lot of money. The whole school district. The whole school district is on Zoom. Now, I'm not saying, that Zoom taking advantage of the situation, but if I can get a whole school district to have kids online, yeah, let's make a deal. You got to save you got to save the school year. They're on Zoom right now. My granddaughter's in class on Zoom. And they log on, and they see the teacher, and they do schooling. Not just her class, not just her school, the whole district. The whole school So we worry about our children and their education. It's amazing how we used to drop them off at the bus stop or take them to school and drop them off and let the school system take care of them till 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we go pick them up. Not worried about, just make sure that they be on time. Now we worried about their A, B, and C. Now we worried about whether or not they can count, whether or not they can read. We worried about that now. I'm not saying we didn't worry about it in the future, but we really worried about it now because that child is home all the time. And now you know when that child is on their lesson and you realize, and you look over there and go, what? That's how you sound? You don't know them words? You don't know that math? Now we see it. Or before, you know, the teacher sent a little note home, you know, little Johnny, he can't read. He said, Johnny, you can't read? I can read. But read this here then. The sky is blue. Okay, he can read. I don't know what the teacher's saying. Can you do this math? Well, let me see the math. Ooh, that's that new math. All right, okay, well, you good. That's that new math. You know, and I saw a demonstration on multiplication with the new math. Oh man, I was done bang like that. I was done. And I looked at how they did it on the new math. No wonder the child bored. To me, it took too long. Too many steps. I guess they want to break them down, dumb it down a little bit. I mean, I understand. I understand. Don't get me wrong. The new math is out there. But if you come to me, I'm going to show you the old way to do it. And we both will come to the same answer.
Exactly.
So, you know, it is what it is. And everybody's subject to make mistakes. So now we worry about our child's education. And anxiety. Master, my child education, what shall we do concerning my child education? The anxiety. Next, anxiety. We done been isolated for so long. We may not even know how to act in a social gathering. I mean, we really didn't know how to act before, but we really don't know how to act now in a social gathering. Now, I'm not talking about going to the grocery store and stuff like that, you know, but I'm talking about social activities. Do we really know how to act now when we get to the park? Do we really know how to act when we get back to the beach? Do we really know how to act when we get back to whatever? There's an anxiety there. That master, I've been cooped up here for so long, I have not had social interaction with people. What shall I do? What shall I do when I can now go for a walk and I come across another human being, not another person, another human being?
Do you cross the street?
What shall I do? And what if that person is of another color, another race, another creed? What shall I do? And they're wearing a bandana. What shall I do? Trust me, I am not wearing a bandana. Not in no park, walking on no trail. No! I'm not doing it. Can you imagine me going to the bank with a bandana on? Talking about, protect myself from coronavirus.
Yeah, but you can only go through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
So there's from loneliness that we have not been social people. You know, we are a sociable animal. But we've been away from it so long, they've been telling us you can't do this, you can't talk to the person next to you, you can't do this, you can't do that. Master, what shall we do? Next fear. And this is the one that I think is the new normal. Master, out there, there's a new thing out there. I don't know how can I don't know, Master, what about this everything? It's just so new. I don't know, Master, what shall we do? What shall we do? Things are going to be new. What does this new normal look like? Will I be the same person in this new normal? Will I have the same rights? Will I have the same freedoms? Master, what shall we do? We pray that He opens our eyes so that we could see that there's more with us than there are with them. When they open this back up, when we get back to being Americans, as they say, these anxieties, even though they're not voiced, they're held inside. There's an anxiety. Do you know there's anxiety to some people that haven't even left their house since we went in quarantine? Some people haven't even left the house. I know my sister, my mama ain't left the house. In fact, she don't even look out the window. Because in Clarendon County in South Carolina, that's supposed to be the coronavirus hotbed of South Carolina. It's only a few people in Manning.
A lot of them have passed away.
But it's a hotbed in comparison in numbers. So she don't even leave the house. And I know she's anxious. I know she, especially when they open back up, she really ain't leaving. So what do? We'll do the same thing that Elisha did with this servant. First thing he told the servant was, do not be afraid. So I tell you today, do not be afraid. There's more with us than there are with them. Whatever anxiety that you got when they open this place back up, when they open up the United States or your city, your county, your state, don't be afraid. There's more with us than there are with them. But then we're going to pray, church, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, we're going to pray that He open their eyes. That He open their eyes. Not their physical eye, but their spiritual eye. Open their spiritual eye so that they can see that there's more with us than there are with them. With our physical eye, like I said, the servant, with his physical eye, he saw the enemy. And all that the enemy had. And he saw it, and he said with his eye, and he thought with his mind that there's no way out. We're going to die. And he runs. He said, Master, what shall we And the master said, don't be afraid. What do you mean, don't be afraid? Did you take a look and see the enemy out there? Did you take a look and see? Have you been listening to the news? Seeing the pictures? Hearing the people? And you telling me, don't be afraid? Then Elisha did something that we all should do, is we pray not to get rid of coronavirus. We pray to endure. We pray that he opens our eyes so that we can see that there's more with us than what coronavirus got. There's more with us than they are with them. So that's what we do. And Elisha prayed that Father open his eyes. Open his eyes so he can see. And once we believe that Jesus Christ got us, when we open our eyes again and we look outside, we're going to see chariots of fire surrounding us, protecting us. We're going to see that we got more with us than they are with them. That's what we pray. So in these anxieties, in this new time, in this new setup, this new thing that's going on, we can be safe, we can be calm because of our relationship with God and his son Jesus Christ, that we can trust him. So let him open it back up. Let him open back up and not be worried, not be afraid. We can be calm in the storm because we know that God's got it. That his son, Jesus Christ, who hung, bled, and died, and rose on that third day morning with all power in his hand. We know that he has us in his hand. We don't have to worry. Church, we don't have to worry. Facebook Live, we don't have to worry. YouTube Live, we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry. God's got it. He said he'd never believe us nor forsake us. And the power of prayer that we have, we pray that he open our eyes. Not our physical eye, because our physical eye will see nothing but the enemy. But open our spiritual eyes and we will see that there's more with us than they are with them. And then we'll be calm. Because I can tell you now that the servant, Elijah's servant, after Elijah prayed, the Lord opened his eyes so he could see. And when he opened his eyes and he looked out, he didn't even see the enemy. He saw protection. He saw protection. That there was more with us than they are with them. So church, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, God will make a way out of this. God will make a way somehow. We may not know it, And when we call on him, he may not come, but he's the on-time God. He may not come when you call him, but he'll sure be there right on time. But you want him to open your spiritual eye so you can see. Let us pray. Father God, divine infinite Spirit, this morning I pray that you open the eyes of our people, that you open their spiritual eyes so they can see that there's more with us than they are with them. Open our eyes so we can see our protection. Open our eyes so we can see that our enemy is surrounded. Open our eyes so we can see that you're right there with us every step of the way. Open our eyes so we can see that you're carrying us through our times of trouble and tribulation. Father, I pray that you open our eyes so we can see. Father, I pray that you open our spiritual eyes so we can see. Father, I pray that you open our eyes to this new norm. Open our eyes, Father, so we can see. And Father, I ask you to go and see the sick and shut in.